We're Hayley and Jake, and welcome to the third week in our van build. We're Hayley and Jake. After spending 8 months driving around North America in our van Vincent, we've decided to take the plunge and start a ground-up van conversion.
In the middle of COVID-19, last week we picked up our van,
A Promaster 159 Extended, and brought it home to start the exciting project of turning this cargo van into a tiny home. So one of the first things we need to do before we can start building our van is we need to take the factory floor out that came with our van. It's a really nice floor, but we want to insulate. So we need to take this out and then we'll insulate, and then hopefully we can put this floor back on as our subfloor. But first we need to find some tools.
This one might actually work.
Yay! Just get comfy.
Limited success so far. These are really in there.
I can't get them, so Jacob's starting them off for me, and then I'm going to do the rest. So we got all but one out. Jacob is currently doing surgery. How's it looking?
Like it's stripped.
Of course, it was the last bolt as well. Like, we started off and we did the entire van. We're like, yeah, this is easy. We got this. And then you get to the last one and it's nope.
Yeah. When we were starting to prepare to take the floor, we started watching YouTube videos like we usually do to prepare for things with the van. And to be honest, they made it look really easy. They said, get some 2x4s. They'll take you 20 minutes. It took us all day.
Yeah.
All day.
How we decided to tackle the floor was just by using a 2x4 that we cut a wedge into. Originally, we started by wrapping a towel around the edge so that we didn't scrape anything. We very quickly ripped through that one, so then we replaced it and we wrapped it with Gorilla Tape, and that worked a lot better.
So we're just going to stick it under here.
And we'll try and pry it up. We'll do it slowly because we want to save the floor. And just wedge the floor up. We're getting there. So a little update. We gave up on trying to get that last bolt out, and we ended up just lifting the floor up right over the top of it. And we're using a piece of wood with some Gorilla Tape on it, which is working awesomely. And then we're just wedging some scrap wood with towels on underneath, and it seems to be lifting the floor. So this is the jerry rig system we got going on here. We've made a lever system out of the wood, and it seems to be working at popping the floor up.
Keep going, and then there's a race out by.
Woo! Super easy. Slowly getting that. Here's Finnley, he's supervising. Hey, bud. Something that helped as well was the cover that's covering your seatbelt holder at the front. You have to take that cap off so you can get the floor up. The floor is surprisingly heavy, so when you're trying to lift the floor up and get it out, we found that having a third person there was so much easier. And the floor is out. It only took, what, 4 hours? It was tough. Clean her up, but that sounds like a tomorrow problem. Good morning, back to working on the van. So yesterday we took the floor out, which was a whole day ordeal, and what we found was underneath the van was all of the adhesive, and it's solidified and it's like rubber. So now we're just taking that off today. Just using pair of pliers, a little scraper, and some muscle. And Jacob's working on the model. You showed me how to live life. So at this for 5 hours maybe. We're slowly getting there. We're just working off the tough ones right now. Also, we haven't used the heat gun yet. We had that as a backup. We didn't actually use it. Slowly getting there.
Day 2 of trying to scrape this silicone off the floor. Almost done.
We have one left.
One left.
Yay! Alright, so floor's out. We got most of the gunk off of the floor. We found that just using vice grips and pliers worked great. We also had a heat gun, but we found that the heat gun wasn't really doing much. I don't know. We were fine just with the pliers. So, got her done. We also have a game plan for dealing with our strip bolts. Power tools are out, but the bolt is not. So what we're thinking with the strip bolt is we're just going to use an angle grinder, cut this off. The bottom of the bolt will probably fall down into the chassis, but we're spray foaming anyway, so we'll just spray foam down there and it shouldn't rattle around.
Well, there's your problem. Supposed to look like this. So clearly the insert fell out and we broke it. Well, we know for next time. Last week we promised we'd show you guys our layout this week. So that's something we're really excited about, and here is what we're planning on doing for the layout of our van. Hey guys, like Hayley and I mentioned at the end of our last video, this week we are going to be discussing our van layout. We've been working really hard and we're really excited to show you guys. We started off just sketching out on essentially a pad of paper. Hayley sketched out all of our initial designs and until we had something that we were fairly happy with, and then we turned over to my computer. Hayley and I are both engineers, and this is how we thought planning the van would be best for us. There's a couple different ways to go about doing this, and we're gonna break it into rooms, if you will. We know the van is one big room, but we're gonna break it off into little sections. First, we have the kitchen. When you come into the van, the kitchen will be on your left, sticking out partway into the door. We'll have a fold-up table, a sink there that'll be recessed into a butcher block countertop. Beside that, we're gonna have a propane stove oven combo, because one of the things we missed in our last van was the ability to cook pizza. I was gonna say other things, but specifically it was pizza. And we had a 3-burner stove last van, which was great, but in this van, we really want it to be a little more homey, so we're installing a stove as well. To maximize counter space, we're gonna have the countertop cover the stove when it's not in use so that we really have the most use of space. And then we're gonna have a little bit of an area beside the bed that's extra counter space and extra storage as well. Well, we're looking at a 110-liter fridge that will mount under the bed, kitty corner to the kitchen, and that is where we're going to store all of our food. Next up, we have our living room area, and what that is going to be is across from the kitchen, across from the door, we're going to have a 4-foot couch area, and that couch is going to face out into the view so that we can sit there and enjoy the beautiful views we're at. The couch is going to fold up to expose our bathroom area, and where we're going to have a toilet. We're not sure if we're going chemical or composting yet, so if you have any feedback on that, comment below. We're still trying to decide, and we're very interested in feedback. We're also thinking about making that space a shower. We did not have a shower in our last van, and usually we shower in gyms, we shower where we can, but we thought if we're going to be spending a lot of time off-grid, that's something that would be really nice to add if it doesn't take up too much space. Farther back towards the van from the couch, we have a storage area. So we're going to have another half counter that we can use for things like a blender or a coffee maker, or just to put our coffee roll sitting on the living room. And we're also going to have a floor-to-ceiling full-size cabinet for lots of storage. That's another thing we felt we could have had more of in our last van is storage, and we're really excited to have all the space in this one. Coming up from that cabinet is going to be a Laguna table that's going to act as our workstation and table while we're sitting in the living room on the couch. And then we're going to go with a fixed bed again in this van. Our last van was a fixed raised bed and offered lots of storage. This one is going to be able to convert into a bit of a couch recliner. We're taking inspiration from some daybed designs we've seen, and we want to make our bed fold up into a couch to give us more living space in the van. And we also want to make it fold the opposite direction so we can have a sweet view at the back when we're parked up at a nice beach or anything like that. And under the bed again is going to be storage. We're going to be storing water tanks. We're going to have a propane tank either in the back or in the kitchen area. Haven't quite figured that one out yet either. We even went so far as to model us. I made 3D models of Hayley and I both standing and sitting, just to make sure that we have enough room on the couch, that we have enough room to stand in the bed, that we can sit up in the bed, and that we're going to be comfortable in our van. And it's really enabling us to get a feel for our space and how it's going to be to live and travel in our van. If you guys are interested in how we modeled this, let us know below in the comments. I'd be happy to talk with people about them, talk it through, show people how to do this, and we might even put this on our website at some point for download if you have a Promaster and if you are interested in our layout. And we're super excited to start the build. Yeah, did you see that? The layout was right there. That was really cool. Did you enjoy that?
It looks so good. Like, we actually built the model so that using our color palette that we want for the van, so we can actually visualize what we're building. And it's nice to build it because we're working on this together. So when one person's talking about what they're envisioning, now we have a concrete plan that we're both on board with, so we can both work towards this common goal.
So, did you guys enjoy that layout? We had a lot of fun showing it to you.
Thanks for watching this video. We hope you're enjoying the start of our van build progress.
Next week, we're planning on cleaning up the floor, finishing up planning a little bit, and then we might even take a trip to one of BC's fjords just to show you what it's like.
If you like watching these videos, make sure you hit subscribe, leave a little comment so we know who's watching. It's nice to meet everyone who's watching our videos. And we'll see you in the next video. We plan on posting them every Wednesday. So,
bye.
Jake is armed with his weapon of choice.
Believe it or not, no alcohol was involved in the making of this video.
Plan B.
This is okay, I guess this is the end of our week.
I would also like to highlight that I did 87% of the glue lifting up.
Oh. We have another one with you saying, "Oh, squirrel."